must unite. There are no divisions in the Zulu royal family. No. I mean, you should have seen the coronation. That was a sign of unity. We're not going to be entertaining people here who go around organizing small brides, call them in a small bride. We don't have time for such things. And you call that disunity. There's no such a thing. There's nothing like that. In the Zulu nation, we have one king. And the rest, that's why they call press conferences in 4 ways. There will be kings in 4 ways. There's no king in 4 ways. So they too know that there is one king and there is one certificate. We are fully behind that kingdom. And anything else is just fighting for resources or something else. This unity is, you've got individuals of no significance who just call press conference. This thing that people are divided because someone spoke at a press conference, even if you speak alone, SG, out of so many people, you go alone, and then they were called, you are divided. No, there's no disunity. That thing, that coronation went smooth. That's what we expect of a king. Everything is by his speech, the presence of other dignitaries from other countries, and the leadership from different formations, their presence there gave every doubting Thomas a clear message that there is no doubt who is the king of the Zulus. It's unfortunate I had a CCT. I wanted to attend because it looked so beautiful from a distance. So if I didn't have a CCT meeting, even without invitation, I was going to attend and be with the masses there, so that I become part of history, that I was once part of a coronation of a king. It was a historic moment and a turning point for the Zulu nation. Anyone who had any other thing after that coronation should be ashamed of themselves and work their way back into that properly run black institution, which the colonizers are not happy with. They want to destabilize it and destroy it, because anything black must never be seen to be functional. We must jealously protect the unity of the Zulu royal family, because it's one of those black institutions that are still run by black people and led by black people and are running in a dignified manner. We shouldn't allow that such one of those remaining monarchs in our country, they want to be destroyed by those who don't want to see anything black united. So our king, Musi Zulu, must not even doubt himself. We are there, we are going to support him, we are going to make sure that he's not undermined by these scavengers. And at the right moment, the leadership of the EFF will also go and pay its courtesy visit. I denied visiting Marikana with Ramaphosa. I don't have time for Ramaphosa. I said, when he was writing concomitant action, he was not with me. So he must go alone. He wrote it alone. He must go alone. I said that in public. So I even said, I remember in one press conference, I said, he ate alone. Therefore, he must go alone. And there was a journalist who said, oh, you wanted to eat with him. So that's when I was denying that I will not go with him. So I'm not part of any Ramaphosa's entourage. That is his own problem. But that's a lying president that you defend. He lied next to Mama Winnie's coffin that he will go to Marikana. Even in the presence of the dead, he lied and still not fulfilled that obligation. I'm not in the joint standing committee on intelligence. It's Mbuyiseni. who sits there. And even if I'm Zizi Godwa's friend, all my friends will tell you, wrong it's wrong. I don't sugarcoat it, I don't defend them, but my views that I have expressed in the JSC on Zondo Commission about Zizi is the views I hold, that he was a small fish, and to have spent too much time on him and leave Fraser out of it, it still doesn't make sense to me. And therefore, that's where I was coming from. But if Zizi was wrong, he knows I would have been the first one to call him out. So Mbuyiseni will deal with those matters there. We support the motion of no confidence against the mayor of Tshwane. We are the ones who exposed the corruption in Tshwane, where the mayor was trying to coerce the staff members to do illegal things. And so we are in the forefront of that campaign. In Nelson Mandela, I had a discussion with Mbalula, and I said, we want them to remove the mayor of the ANC because she messed up the appointment of the city manager against the resolution of the council. So we can't have such a delinquent presiding over that municipality. We are more than prepared to vote with the ANC on condition they remove that mayor. We're not going to vote with the DA. The DA doesn't want us. And they make it very clear that they don't want us. So we will vote with the DA where our own local structures have developed working relations with the DA, and they can vouch for them and say, look, here we think for tactical reasons, let's vote with the DA. But we are not going to give Nelson Mandela to the DA. And if the ANC is not going to remove that mayor and put a proper candidate, we will abstain. But we are not kitchen girls and garden boys of Helen Zille, that they think they can insult us and say all manner of things they want to say about us, and then they will still get our vote because we want to appear good in front of the eyes of South Africans, voting for people who have no regard for us. The DA has got no regard for the EFF. And the DA strategy everywhere is that the EFF must be stopped. Everybody must unite against the growth of the EFF. So they will not get Nelson Mandela if the ANC does the right thing. But if the ANC doesn't do the right thing, we'll abstain. And they will not be part of any nonsense of voting for DA. At municipalities where we see that the DA here is disparate and wants our vote to emerge, we are going to show them flames. So we're not Helen Zille as puppets. She speaks anyhow she wants about us. She insults us, say all manner of things, and then they come and say, no, the EFF must vote with us. If he doesn't vote with us, he's voting for corruption. In the same sentence, they say they are prepared to have a coalition with the ANC in 2024. When it's a DA vote with the ANC, it's not corruption. When it's an EFF vote rejecting the DA, it's corruption. We're not going to be part of that nonsense. Yes, sir.
Sorry, now just to come in like that. On the issue of coalitions, are you in essence saying that, for instance, I know the DA in Ekurhuleni is and has been trying through Helen Zille to have a formal coalition with the EFF. If there were to be a motion of no confidence in Johannesburg and in Ekurhuleni, you'd vote against the DA or you'd abstain?
No, there's never been any attempt by the DA to have a coalition with the EFF in Ekurhuleni. They've made it very clear, and they said repeatedly that they will never go in a coalition with the EFF. I just said local structures of the EFF are the ones that advise us, especially in municipalities that we think the DA is not disparate for. Do you know how DA got Ekurhuleni?